what could we be up to? No, we're not frying a turkey. Is it axe related? Of course it's axe related. All right, we're gonna get set up and then we'll be back. Okay. Now we're really not, the only thing we're cooking, we're getting back to, and I had promised this, we're getting back to the walnut stain that we made earlier in the fall. Because it just works really good. It's definitely something you can do without going through this rigmarole. But I noticed, the thing that I noticed about this was that it did generate some fruit flies. So I think we're gonna at least bring it up to temperature and take out the walnuts so that hopefully with this temperature increase. Oh boy, look at all of that. Look at all of that stuff at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that from there. Whoops. So I think we'll turn our gas off for a minute so we won't waste gas and let this, it's pretty nasty, but boy does it make great stain. It's also very acidic. The only thing I don't like about this turkey fryer is it has a timer on it, but we'll see. Quite as much as I thought it was going to be. Bet you we could get some more out of that. So let me get you in here real quick. Then I'm going to reduce this down to a paste, and we're going to make an oil-based version of this. But if you look at it, look at that. Well, I'm here to tell you, it does not smell the greatest. And I have it maybe medium high. We'll turn her back a little. Stir. Whoops, that's not the stir stick. Here's the stir stick. Oh boy, that is extra stinky. Wish the wind would make up its mind which way it wants to blow. Right now it's blowing in my face. It's getting pretty thick. Ooh, it's like a blob now. And we turned it down to low. See if we can get it calm back down here. You definitely want to watch this. If you just set it and it will overflow. definitely getting thicker. Woohoo! Oh, we gotta come over here. Damn, that's horrible. Now it's blowing this way. The other things we do for axes, people. Boy, that's neat though. It is definitely going to be an intense stain. Oh, now it's blowing this way. Looks like a black cake. Oh, Lordy. Stuff I dream up. Get the water-based stain. I gotta pour off. Pour off some of that. Put a little water in it, and this will be the water-based stain. Now the rest of it will reduce. Also, I would keep the dogs away from it because I think it smells bad to us, but I'm sure it smells delicious to dogs. There's still there's definitely some solids in here. Actually smells like the barn at my grandparents' home farm, where it smelled. They had a couple of walnut trees, and then hay. It's lacking the hay smell, but it sure does make the ground black. But right now, this is like the first part of the process. Set inside your bucket and tape it off. Oh, it's done. So you can see all the solids still yet in the bottom. And that needs to be filtered out. Darn, it smells like Grandma's place. All right. Well, let's get the rest of it. We got a few walnuts in there. Oh my goodness! So look at it. It's even richer. It looks like molasses. Let's see if we got that in the shot. Not quite. Okay. It's pretty nasty. Oh, too much. There's more. That. That's gonna make a dandy stain. Just don't let the dog see it. What I might do here, I don't know if we can do this. I think I could pour with one hand. I don't know. We'll see how she goes. Oh, disgusting. Hey, look at that. I think Grandma used to make applesauce with this. She's probably shaking her head up there. Maybe not. All right. And I want it understood that when I say this is hillbilly stain, I mean that in a good way. I mean it in the sense of the American spirit and using what you have, and so it's a compliment and it's a tribute to the people that actually came before us to use axes, and when they wanted to color something, they did something like this. They used pokeberry, they used whatever they had, because the trip to town was miles away. Shoot, my grandma lived 2 miles from town, and she didn't like going to town. Let's see what we possibly have here, if anything. Out of this sludge, it seems like you can get multiple renderings out of it. Not that we would really want to. I think this is probably another walnut stain for a lifetime. But, yeah, I think that's pretty good. So, there we are. We have it semi-filtered with our cone, and we brought back memories of my childhood at my grandma's farm. And we definitely know from Julio's axe that this stuff is beautiful on hickory. It's probably beautiful on white oak, on just about anything you want to put it on. I would imagine that if you were building a piece of furniture, it would look good. So just an alternative to a wood finish. In my case, axe handles. Yeah. Not recommended if you gag at stinky things. So we'll see how she cools when it cools down, smells when it cools down, and since we're in the city, this will go into yard waste. The rest of it will get put in probably this bucket again with a cap on it. But I think bringing it up to temperature like this has killed anything that could have been in it. And basically what you need to do is wait for fall, wait for the walnuts to come onto the tree. Then you can pick them when they're black on the ground. You can get them green. You can put them in paper sack, plastic sack, let them rot, throw it in a bucket of water, let it marinate, and you have stain that you can use immediately. This is kind of the extra step because I want to keep this around. I want it in the shop, so I'm just trying to get it stabilized so I don't open a can and have Lord of the Flies kind of thing happening. Back for a little bit. We are going to try a little bit of this now. Let's see how it goes. You got a little piece of raw ash here. It is a little stinky, I'll give you that. But I don't really think that I think it's pretty neat. Try a little more, see what we got. Come over here instead of reaching over the thing. Reason I'm not going here is because I believe there's some boiled linseed oil on that. I was doing an experiment on something else. I just like this because it's more in keeping with just the history and all of that of the axe instead of using modern finishes. Now if you wanted to darken this more, you need to let this dry and then you could come over the top with it. I don't think at this point where it's saturated and wet, I don't think it's gonna get any darker than that. But on a lot of things, I don't think that you would want it much darker than that. It will go very flat and fuzzy on you because it's a water-based product. But once you get the oil on it, linseed or tung oil, 100% tung oil, it'll come back to this. Tung oil is going to give it a little bit more of a reddish type of look. Linseed oil will take it more to the greenish yellow, but that's looking mighty good. So I think from here on, I think you guys are in good shape. I think you can see what the thing is. Let me grab a piece of hickory and let's try and see what a piece of hickory looks like. So here we've gone over this one a little, and you can do all kinds of stuff to get this darker. You can pounce it like this. This one was clear, so this is a #1 coat, and here's the other side of this. This was my first guinea pig, so this already had some stain and it was well dry. So you can see the more you let it dry and then go over it, it just goes deeper. It not only goes a little bit darker, but it goes deeper. And that, for in the guitar world, we call this relicking. This is a good thing. It looks like it's aged naturally. It doesn't look like stain on a piece of wood. And you can tell the difference. But you can see how even this is. And the ash is a little bit different color, but the ash is a different grain structure than hickory, but they both look equally great. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. I think we got a winner. And any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And happy hafting. And I guess at the end, I guess they call it adornment, making it your own. So I hope this helps on at least one or two of your axes to help make it your own. You can put, they make a natural Danish oil as well. You can put poly on it. If you're gonna put an oil-based thing like poly or something, you definitely want to make sure you have 12 hours in between the water-based coat and the finish coat. Oil tends to breathe better, and so you have a little more leeway. But if you put something like a varnish or a polyurethane, it's going to trap that moisture in there. So you want to make sure you're well dry before you put your final coat on. Anyway, happy hafting, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care. Here's what it kind of looks like. It's nighttime, so the light's a little weird. But this is the ash with kind of basically 3 coats of stain, but all very close together. But it looks really nice. Then here is, and this is just swiped with boiled linseed oil. This is 1 coat, and then that's 2 coats after letting completely dry. It looks like this. Remember how I told you it was going to look flat and whatnot? So now you can get an idea of what's going down. Pretty neat, huh?